welcome. In front of me is a XIAOMI 11T Pro, and today I'll show you how to go through the setup process of this device. So when you boot it up for the first time, you should be presented with this screen right over here that you can see right here, and all you need to do is tap on this arrow, which will bring you to a language selection. So find your desired language from the list. I'm going to be using English, and then select on an arrow, which takes you to region selection. So here you can select region, and now selecting a region doesn't affect your language. Now next page we have terms and conditions, so you can tap on each one of them to read them if you're interested, but at the end of the day you need to check this box right over here, or not a box but circle, and then you can go to the next page, which brings you to inserting a SIM card. So the reason why this is here is strictly for mobile network, so you can choose to either connect to your mobile network or your Wi-Fi, and the reason you have a choice for that is so throughout the setup you can log into your Google account if you want to. I'm not planning to do that, so I'm gonna skip this and this as well, and that will remove the ability for me to log into a Google account, at least throughout the setup process. Later on, once I connect to them, I can do it through settings. And from here we have Google services, so we have location, scanning and sending user and diagnostic data. A really brief version of these options is location, GPS tracking, scanning allows the device to look for signals like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and then send user and diagnostic data allows Google to spy on you and send the data to themselves. From there, once we go to the next page, we have set password. This is just a screen lock options right here, so we have fingerprint and screen lock. You can choose to use either screen lock. If you want to use a fingerprint, you will also have to set up a screen lock. Just so something happens to your fingerprint, you still have a way to access your phone through a different means. Or alternatively, if you don't want to set up anything, you can simply skip it right here. But I'm going to be using a pattern right here. Now, Xiaomi is one of those devices that considers their users to be completely incompetent apes, and they always give you some stupid messages like this one: remember your password. No duh. It's not like it's some kind of new feature, a password. So from here we can draw our pattern, redraw it, and then once you tap on an arrow, this will confirm it and set it. Then we have some additional settings, which are now only Xiaomi exclusive. So we have again location. You can disable that if you don't want to. Automatic system updates, send user and diagnostic data. This is, like I said, from Xiaomi instead of Google. We already disabled the Google one, so if you don't want it here, you can do the same thing. And then we have probably the worst offender of them all out of this entire list, which is the personalized ads. Personalized ads based on your interest. Now this is a stupidly simple way to saying what they actually do, and what this actually does is uses your microphones to listen to what you're talking about. And for instance, if you start talking about dog food, guess what kind of ads you're going to be getting? That's right, dog food. If you're going to be searching for something, that something will be now in your ads. So yeah, no thanks, I don't want this because it's just absolutely creepy. And pay attention to the fact that if you're trying to disable this, it gives you this whoa, this is a nice feature, don't turn it off. We want you to keep it on because we get more data from you this way. So yeah, no, turn it off. And obviously, just to screw with you, the options right here, as you've seen, they're flipped. Usually blue would be the option that would confirm whatever you're trying to do. This one just kind of, nah, it's still on. So yeah, it's reverse psychology here for you as well, just to keep you in this. But anyway, from here we can go to the next page, which allows us to set up a launcher. Now right here we have two different options. So we have classic one, which isn't the classic one. The app drawer is the classic for Android. This would be the only classic option if you're an iPhone user, because this has all the applications smack in the middle of your home screen, like an iPhone. Now app drawer is just a typical one that almost, I think, every Android device had, and it's kind of also what I want. And from there, setup's complete. So we can tap on an arrow and get our loading apps, because throughout the entire setup process there was no time to do that before, apparently. So now we get to wait like a minute or so for it to load the apps. And as you can see, the setup is now complete. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.